Papa, you know, you're a wise man. You've been through some stuff. I tell you, Smarty, I've been through all kinds of stuff. Let me tell you, let's see, when I was 8 years old, my daddy died. Oh boy, that changed me real quick right there. Yes, it did. Well, it would change anybody. So, how many times have you have to change in your life? Oh, my life? Oh, yeah, well, geez, let me see here. My dad dying. Okay. Then I had two sisters at home that got pregnant at the same time. Boy, that was a change. And then let's see here. Then we moved from where I was at out to the beach. And I went from junior high school straight into high school. I just skipped a year there because the way they had it work, I don't know. So that was a change. And then we went from living at the beach to going all the way out to the valley, out to Covina. That was another change I went through. Yes, being a surfer boy to being a valley boy. Is there a difference there, Papa? Oh, I tell you, there's a difference. There's a big change there. Uh-huh. And then, let's see, I went through that change, and then, my mom, she was, unfortunately, she was an alcoholic, and I couldn't take it no more. And she had the house in my name, so I just sold the house. Yeah, gave her 3/4 of the money. I took 1/4 of it. Yeah, that was a big change right there. And then when that change didn't work out for me, I went back because I moved to Colorado, you know. And yeah, 3 months of cold there. Whoa, what is that? November to January in Colorado. That's not a fun time. That's a change. Yes. So I tailed it back to California, and then I lived in my car for a while. That was a change, living in a car. Yes. And then I went and found my mom. I went and searched for her. And yeah, I found where she was living. She was living in her apartment. I knocked on that door. So ashamed of what I did to her. And she opened that door and she looked at me and she goes, I understand. It's okay. She says, you can come in and stay here until you get your feet on the ground. Boy, what a change that was. I bet you, Papa. Boy, that sounds rough. Yeah, it was. It was scary just knocking on that door, and then for her just to open it up and say, hey, you know, this, we all got to change. Did she change, though? Oh, yeah, she's no longer an alcoholic. No, she got a good job, and she's working really good. And so I got a job, got my own place. Yeah. And, that's and then in 1979, I had this happen. That was a change. I bet you can only count to 9.5. You're right, Smurfy. 9.5 is high as I can count. Yep, and then a year later, a little more than a year, I had that motorcycle accident. Yeah, I had an out-of-body experience. I had a death experience. Let me tell you, that changed you too. I bet you that changed you. But, how? Oh, well, I was born and raised a Lutheran, baptized Lutheran. My mom was a Sunday school teacher. Yeah. Well, we went to church every Sunday. Except for after my dad died. We went to church, and And my mom had no money to give to the church because the church couldn't help us and stuff, they said. And my mom was all upset. And collection plate came by and she didn't put any money in it. It came to me. I handed that up to the usher. And that usher leaned over and looked at Mom and said, "Hey, aren't you going to give to the Lord?" Well, what'd your mother do then? Oh, she changed all right. She stood right up. Now she looked that usher right in the eyes. And she said, "You know, you toss that plate in the air, what he catches, he keeps. What hits the ground is mine." Oh, she didn't hold no punches, did she? No, that was a tiding. It was quiet. Everybody heard her. So we got up and we left the church. We went church hopping. We went to every type of church there was. Really? What'd you learn there? Oh, we learned that, change is good. I mean, we didn't go to any church to find a church. We went to every type of denomination there is. And the one thing we came out is everybody believes in a higher power. Yeah, they do, don't they? So, how did the out of life, out of body, whatever, and death experience, did that change you? Oh, yeah, it did. And I was laying in that hospital bed after that motorcycle accident. They didn't think I was going to survive. You know, laying there. Next thing I know, I saw all my friends and family around the bed, as if they were there. And I sat up, and I got up, and I started to walk between two of my sisters. And something told me, said, "So, you go past those two, there's no coming back." Really? So what'd you do? Well, I turned around and laid back down that bed. I didn't want to go poof. You know, I didn't know what was going on. Next thing I know, I wake up to my mom and my doctor. Yeah. Mom and the doctor were arguing. So that's what woke me up. Well, so what about the death experience? Oh yeah, well, I learned that, you know, they say there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, it's not a light. No, it was a giant orb in the middle of vast darkness. And there was little orbs flying around, you know, like me. I could sense them. I didn't see them. You don't have eyeballs, you can't see. So, all these little orbs are joining up with that big orb, which was us joining up with it, which I learned that we all are one together. Yes, we all make up the one, so they say. But there's more than just the one. Interesting. So anyway, while I was there, yet I could hear everything and know everything everybody else knew. The human mind can't handle that. I would not think it could. Not think it could? Is that right? Oh, you say how you want to, Smerfy. But yeah, there was a lot of knowledge there. And then I was shown all the stuff I'd go through if I came back to this human life. And what lies beyond all that. And let me tell you, what lies all beyond makes you want to stay there. So why didn't you stay? Why'd you come back? Well, I figure, you know, this life is just a blink of an eye, and I know what lies ahead. So, yeah, I decided I'm just going to go ahead and come back. Knowing that everything I go through in the long run ain't going to hurt me at all. So you knew your future, huh? Well, yeah, I did. Not that I remembered it, but as it went by, I went, ooh, deja vu. Yes. So, well, it was quite something. And I changed after that. I wasn't religious anymore. I was more spiritual. And I was afraid to say anything, afraid of the way people would think of me. And so I just kind of kept that all kind of bundled up inside me. Wow, that must have been really rough to do. Boy, a big change like that and you had to bundle it up. I didn't have to, but I did. Kept it to myself. Then my lungs went bad and I had to quit working. Smoking didn't help matters. Everything I went through didn't help matters. So, what'd you do when you had to retire? Well, I just kind of sat around for the first year, didn't do anything. Then something kept hitting me in the back of the head, like, hey, we're trying to talk to you. I was like, who are you? Who was trying to talk to you through your head? Oh, it was the other side. Yes, you know what I went to before when I crossed over? Yeah, they had a message they wanted to get out to the world. And they thought they'd use me as a conduit. And yeah, I have a whole video of that too. But anyways, I started listening to them. And they started having me jot everything down they were saying and stuff. That sure changed me again. Yep. So, I just been sitting here just doing all kinds of changing all my life. Changing the way I do stuff. Because I can't get up and run around the block anymore. Heck, I can't even run to the kitchen without running out of there, even with this thing on. Yeah, I know, Papa. It's kind of rough. You know, that reminds me of a song. It does, Smurfy? Yes, it does, Papa. By Ozzy Osbourne. And, hey! Hi out there! You scared me. I didn't see you at first. Now I see you. Why didn't you see them? I wasn't paying any attention. I'm so poor I can't pay attention. I am so broke. Yeah, well, you know, that's life in the big city. Big city, Hiawatha. Yeah, okay. Anyways, how y'all doing out there? Yeah. In life, at times, we got to do a lot of changing. Yeah, I had to change from breathing to breathing this. Without this, I wouldn't be breathing. Changes we go through. Yeah, like when the wife divorced me. Yeah, that was a heck of a change. Yeah, it was. It was a hurtful one, too. Hurts me to the day. Yep. But, you know, I just keep going on. It changed me. Hopefully for the better. Hopefully for the better. What do you think? Anyways, I'm just rambling here. Yeah, you are. I haven't said much. But you know what? What's it? Oh, what's there to say? Well, let's not get this too far long. Is it 13 minutes already? Wow. Let's get a song on, okay? Sit back, relax, buckle up, because we're going to sing. This is Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne. He just passed away, you know. It's called Changes. Sing along if you know it, but I changed some of the words. It's been Papa Smurfified. Here we go. But you know what? You didn't set that up, son. Son, look who's calling son. Oh my goodness, I'm so bright. Let me plug it in. Hold on a second. Jeez. I plugged it in, you turn it on. Okay, hang on, I'll turn it on. I should have checked to make sure it was on first too, huh? Getting old isn't easy. It's another change in life. Okay, from the top. Here we go. Oh, sip of coffee first. Oh. Pinkies up. Here we go.
I feel so sad. I lost the best friend I ever had. She was my woman, I loved her so. But now it's too late, she let me go. I'm going through changes. I'm going through changes. I don't like these changes. Who would? Missed a lot of life. My kids growing up. Some other man raising them. Every other weekend dad. She shared the years. We shared each day. In love together, we found a way. But soon the world had its evil way. My heart was blinded, she went astray. I'm going through changes. I went through changes. How I hate this change. Life is rough sometimes. Sometimes you just swallow your pride, look on by, just hope everything works out for the best. It took so long to realize that I can still hear her last goodbye. Now all my days are filled with tears. Wish I could go back and change all those years. I'm going through changes. I'm going through changes. I've been through some changes in life. Just always change for the better, okay? I did. Love you all.